When you hear hoofbeats, don't expect to see a zebra. Turns out I have stripes.
Welcome back to Zebra Life 24/7. My name is Holly, and this is episode 4, Where I'm At Today. So I find myself in a strange place. Overall, a very good place, but a strange one. The roller coaster of the past 2 years of getting a handle on my conditions has been insane. If I had to put a percentage on it, I feel 65% improved. Parts of me have healed beyond my wildest dreams. The constant stomach issues I had since I was a kid, the anxiety, the chronic fatigue, the brain fog, and more, I feel better than I have in over a decade. I wasn't expecting to feel this way. Getting the official diagnosis of lupus a year and a half ago, coupled with the intense downward spiral and long road to being diagnosed with hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos, it just didn't seem real. In the beginning, I broke down so much. This has been one of the scariest things I've had to learn to live with. Continuing to decline and being told that there was no help and no direction on how to manage my conditions, it was terrifying. It mentally and physically drained me. Having to really dig myself out of this insanity, research, and become my own advocate was exhausting. There were many nights I broke down crying. I would ask my husband, "Do you really think I'll ever be okay again?" These were the tough nights, the nights where any subtle movement would be so painful. My legs would all but give out, and he had to help me walk and help me in bed. He would have to prop my legs up, literally lift them from the floor, place pillows under them, and help me position in bed because my legs were like jello. If I attempted to reach down to pick my legs up onto the bed, it would send my spine and hips into a flare. My insides would shift and felt like they would bounce into each other. Then I would have more things to try to control and piece back together. Many times the pain was unbearable and all I could do was cry. But I literally couldn't even cry too hard because I would slip a rib or do something else. I spent months with KT tape on my shoulders and arms to help me learn where my joints should actually stop moving. For months, I used wrist braces and leg braces on and off. My body would just be so exhausted. The greatest thing I did for my hypermobility was to force myself to learn how to use my muscles. I worked my butt off for this to happen. My videos and stories can be found on my personal Facebook page. I still have a long ways to go and will always have to be working on my body and healing myself, but I'm beginning to feel more and more human again. As I connect with more and more zebras who have similar experiences to me, my heart aches for so many of them. I would say 80% of the people I connect with are where I was at, broken and near hopeless. We become hopeless because the medical community has yet to figure out how to help us. I believe we overwhelm them with the variations of our disorder and the never-ending comorbidities that come with. So when I connect with these individuals, I see me. I reach this turning point in my journey where this disconnect also comes from many. I relate to so many, but they can't always see it. They are so impaired by this disorder that they become completely stuck to the idea that there's nothing that can be done. Half of me absolutely gets it because I remember that feeling in place, crystal clear. That is why I started to post videos and document my journey from the start. I know what it's like not to have any way out. There are many who have nearly the exact same experiences as I have, and when I ask, "What are you doing to get better?" the answers are all over the place. Often, they have tried a lot of what I have, but stop after a short while because there was no progress. Those are the people that I want to shake and just be like, keep going. This took me months after months after months of showing up consistently and getting worse before better. When my legs gave out from therapy, I was popping more things and shifting things more. I wanted to call it. It felt pointless because I was getting worse. But I kept going. I kept going because that was the only option that I have been given. I told myself that I would give therapy at least 6 months, twice a week. I would also add in everything I could think of: acupuncture, visceral manipulation, occupational therapy, chiropractic, lymphatic massage, supplements, etc. It's a strange place to be in because I'm getting better in so many ways. And because I'm at this point in my journey, I so badly want to encourage others. I truly believe that many others can get to this point too. But when you have been mentally depleted and physically drained, it is hard to see a way out. It's so dang hard. And no, sadly, just because what I'm doing is working for me, it doesn't mean it will work for another zebra. I do believe that there are zebras out there who are just so lost and don't feel that they can be saved. And those are the ones I'm trying to reach. Those are the ones that I'm trying to shout at and say, keep going. You have to give it everything you got, even when you got nothing left. We just don't have another option but to find our own way out of this nightmare. I struggled writing this because I know that I'm going to have haters that will tell me that I'm creating toxic positivity and that it's not fair of me to say that other zebras aren't trying harder. The reality is that this is not what I'm saying at all, because I don't believe that. I'm just trying to reach the intended audience that this was meant for. The ones who are so broken and who also know that they haven't tried everything possible. There are many people out there who have tried everything possible and nothing has worked for them. And I can't imagine the misery that they are experiencing and going through. I genuinely can't, and that's awful. So please know that I'm well aware that we are all different. If I can help encourage even one zebra or one person to keep going, those who still have more things to try, then this is worth me writing. If you are that person listening or watching this and want to reach out to me, please do so. Let's do this together. You don't have to be alone in this. That's all I have for you today. Stay tuned for weekly episodes of Zebra Life 24/7, airing at 3:30 p.m. every Saturday. Please click the subscribe button below and remember, perception is your reality.